Before you get wasted and work out, you need the essentials. You need your headphones, you need pre-workout, a stack of forks you stole from Chipotle, your supplements, some onion back there, you need a goddamn coconut, you need some solo cups, ping pong balls, and of course, we go with the buds today. Your new boys. Alright, peep this, guys. You're not going to see anyone else doing it, but I'm doing it. Alright, we got my Before mix right here. I'm going to take a full scoop of it. We got the beer, our Bud Light right here, and we're just going to go ahead and add that in there. Yep. I just drank 17 beers and ran 6 miles on treadmill.
Shit sick, got Bravo. I'm doing it for Blackie, free Nardo. The head honcho, nigga.
Today we're going to take a thorough look at the actual science of bodybuilding and how it's affected by drinking alcohol. So what is the deal with gains and partying?
It's fucking zits, bro. Everyone has a little bit of zits in them. Every fucking cunt out there. You're a fucking sick cunt if you want to be, bro. Stop being a fucking sad cunt, alright?
So first things first, a calorie is a calorie. The amount of calories you eat during a day, from a purely thermodynamic standpoint, will determine how much weight you lose or gain that day. A calorie is a unit of energy, and just like the rest of the universe, your body cannot destroy it. It can merely store it or convert it into a new form of energy. So if you eat a shit ton of food or drink a shit ton of beer, you're gonna gain weight no matter what. The calories you consume can be stored as fat or muscle or burned off depending on what type of working out you do or don't do.
Go out, get bitches, but be a fucking sick cunt like Ziz, bro. That's what we fucking do, cunt. That's what we do in this shit, bro. You wanna be a fucking little sad cunt? Fuck that shit, bro.
Your macronutrients are proteins, fats, carbs, and as you may or may not know, alcohol can also be considered a macronutrient. Ethanol, which is what makes you bonkers at the bar, contains about 7 calories per gram. As a refresher, there are 9 calories per gram of fat, 4 calories per gram of proteins or carbs, and 7 calories per gram of ethanol. So even if you're just slamming straight shots of pure alcohol, you're still down in calories, and depending on what your goals are regarding cutting and bulking, you should definitely keep an eye on your calories when you're drinking. If you drink 6 of these, it'll add up really fast. So if you keep track of your calories all day and you're still in a caloric deficit after 6 beers, you're not really gonna have to worry about fat gain that day. So here's how you should factor in alcohol if you wanna be a professionally drunk, swole idiot. If you want to be super serious and track macros before drinking, take all your calories that you're going to be spending on alcohol away from fats. So limit your day's fat intake by a lot, and you can fill those calories with alcohol later. It's pretty obvious, but I feel like I should say calories will be way lower if you just stay away from girly, sugary drinks and just take shots that night. So I personally take 3 to 4 shots before every single workout, and I take pulls of vodka when I'm doing curls on Fridays. Besides the boring calorie stuff, let's look at the physiology of your body after consuming alcohol and working out. So what happens to your body when subjected to natty ice? So first things first, alcohol is metabolized mostly by your liver, but also partially by the brain. It's the presence of Sailor Jerry in your noggin that makes you feel drunk. Consider a normal day when you're eating lots of fats and proteins and carbs and you feel fine, and your body's able to either convert it into energy or just store it. But that's not so much the case when drinking alcohol. So I told you to limit your fat intake the day you're going to be drinking alcohol. The reason that is your body treats alcohol as a poison, and it takes first priority to be metabolized in your body before anything else. Your body is going to metabolize alcohol before fats. That means you're going to store those fats you consume when you're drunk and not use them as energy. You need a goddamn coconut. Whole body lipid oxidation is slowed down by 73% when you're drunk. So basically, don't get greasy french fries when you're wasted. Again, if at the end of the day, after drinking your alcohol and eating all your food, you're in a caloric deficit, you shouldn't really have to worry about gaining fat. But on the flip side, I know when I'm drinking, I go a little crazy, and I'm going to go to the bar, and I'm going to drink, and I'm going to order a bunch of greasy food, and I'm just going to max out. So I usually blow my calories out of the water whenever I drink. So it sucks, but the reality is that most of the fats you eat during a drunken binge are going to be stored in your stomach instead of burned, because your body's going to prioritize metabolizing that alcohol first. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's move on to testosterone. So we all know having a ton of testosterone is a huge factor in what gets you shredded as fuck. Shit. Yo, peep this no neck physique. Alright, so we all know testosterone plays a huge factor in what gets rid of your neck. Alcohol will not increase cortisol levels as much as exercise alone would. But alcohol does make it take longer for your body to process cortisol and get rid of it. There is one study done in 2000 that found that there's no change in testosterone in bros after drinking following a training session. A study done in 1990 showed a 23% decrease in testosterone after subjects drank 120 grams of alcohol and had a workout. That's 8 beers and a lift, baby. One thing to keep in mind is that a 23% decrease in testosterone for a day is not going to turn you into a deflationary catabolic beta male. And in a 2013 paper, there's a slight increase in testosterone after post-exercise consumption of alcohol. So in all honesty, after looking at the research, if you're drinking moderately only a few times a month, you should not really have to worry about your T levels being affected by booze. Time to start getting wasted, baby. So what about protein synthesis? There's evidence that shows alcohol significantly impairs protein synthesis. A 2014 study showed that alcohol reduced protein synthesis by 37%, but that number was reduced to 24% when protein was consumed with alcohol. Basically, if you lift and drink alcohol, your gains are gonna get fucking ruined. So I plan on waking up in the morning, getting your lift in, and then way later at night, that's when you can start drinking. So here are my video's takeaways. 1. Alcohol has lots of calories and it's easy to blow the lid off your calorie limit when drinking. 2. Do not eat fatty foods or fatty cheat meals. Lipid oxidation is slowed by 73% when you're drunk. 3. If you're only drinking a couple times a month, alcohol is not really going to affect your T levels. 4. If you only drink a little bit, you will recover fine and you don't have to worry about protein synthesis too much. 5. If you drink heavily, your protein synthesis is going to suck and you should probably take a day off of lifting because your protein synthesis... So on paper, alcohol doesn't really sound that bad. You just have to watch calories, watch your fats, and separate your workout from your drinking by a lot of time. But in reality, this is what happens when you drink. You don't watch your calories or fat intake that day. You drink a 6-pack of beer, which is 700 calories. You get lazy and you don't work out that night or even the next day. 2 days later, it's Friday and you get invited out for drinks. You consume 700 more calories of beer and you don't work out. And then the next day, you're too tired and lazy and you don't go to the gym Saturday either. You end up only working out 2 to 3 days that week. You blow off your calories, which makes you fat, and then you don't see any progress at all that whole week. So what happens in reality, even after we consider all the scientific papers I brought up, is that people drink 2 or 3 beers, they get lazy, and they skip workouts. I've noticed that drinking makes me and others around me lose motivation to go to the gym and say, I'll go later. And then later never happens. So my best advice to you, if you really must consume alcohol, is only drink 3 times a month. Alcohol itself isn't directly going to ruin your gains, but I have found that it ruins people's motivation. And when people don't have motivation, they don't go to the gym, and that ruins your gains. So honestly, what sounds better? Having the best physique of all 20 of your friends at the beach, or drinking a few beers each week and being lazy? Thanks for watching, guys. Like the video, subscribe, and I'll see you later.